Welcome to video 4 or 5 for our 7 days of giving thanks. I'm Michelle, the Unshakable Mama, if you're new here, if we haven't met before, and I'm really passionate about helping frazzled working mums to achieve time freedom and financial stability and to make the seemingly impossible your new reality step by step via simple, powerful 2-minute mindfulness and mindset and manifestation practices that you can enjoy as you go through your day. You don't need a lot of time for it at all. I know time is an issue for us frazzled, busy working mums, but believe me, over the years, the more you can soothe your nervous system through these practices, the more time you will create for the things that you want to enjoy, for the people you want to spend time with, and the more joy you bring into your life and the more you can attract money, you can come up with solutions, you can problem solve, and you stay really focused on what it is that you really want in life, and you figure out ways somehow miraculously through your heart and soul rather than via your head, because your head likes to keep you stuck, to step by step achieve those things that you want, even if you feel like it needs a lot of money right now. So I'm currently working towards some goals myself, which are feeling really overwhelming, and like they're really far away. I've already come so far, like when I look back, and that's one of the really amazing things that we need to be doing more often, is to actually reflect on where we've come from, like what we've achieved, what you've achieved, what can you celebrate, what challenges have actually you've overcome and turned into wins. You can go like, oh my gosh, I actually got through that. It's incredible. So yes, what was I saying? It's gone from me. Anyway, yes. So today we are talking about giving thanks. Our mindful habit creation week this week is all about creating the mindful habit of giving thanks, i.e. gratitude practice. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that money doesn't, or not having enough money doesn't mean you can't be happy. Giving thanks and practicing gratitude is a really beautiful way to look at everything that you've already got around you, to kind of plug in the gaps of where you're feeling like you're lacking in life. Like, we so often go through life feeling like, oh, I just haven't got the money for XYZ. I really want to go on holiday. I really want to buy a new car. I really want to do this, that, and the other. All of that is within your reach when you hold that vision. But release the how you're going to afford it, how you're going to earn the money, release the when you're going to achieve it. Obviously you can have like an idea when you're going to achieve it, but what I'm finding is that either it takes a lot longer or it happens a lot faster. Things very rarely actually happen when you set the intention for them to happen. You just need to kind of like have a rough idea, but then just release it. Looking around you at everything that you've already got in your life that makes you really happy, and it can be the most simple things, like I can see my Christmas tree twinkling in the background there. I decided to get a little bit Christmas themed today. We've got another Christmas tree in the other room, which is huge. I'm really grateful that my boys, they actually put this up this Christmas. They worked together as a team. There was no arguing, no bickering, anything like that. They did it, and it looks pretty cute. And I'm really grateful with myself that it's been a work in progress for the last few years to release control over how the Christmas decorations actually look and where things go, because at the end of the day, it's for everybody. It's meant to be joyful for the whole family. And what was happening years ago is that I was getting stressed about, my OCD about where baubles went and how, well spaced out they were and where the ornaments went. And then I'd end up getting stressed out more, and then the boys would get upset and agitated, and Gary would get grumpy with me or we'd all just get grumpy with each other. And the more I've practiced over the last few years kind of releasing control, and letting it go if they're not exactly where I want, but knowing that that's where the boys wanted that bauble to go, that tree ornament to go. Yeah, it makes it so much more joyful. So we look around us at everything that we've already got in our lives when we're feeling like we haven't got enough or something, when we're living in lack. So I haven't got enough money, I don't know how I'm going to afford to go on holiday next year, I don't know how I'm going to afford to buy my new car, la-di-da. Oh, I really feel like I should be earning more money. I need a pay rise. That's great, and all of those things are there for you, absolutely. But just look right now when you're feeling, oh, I haven't got it, at what you have got. Because honestly, I am learning more and more and more that things come, like law of attraction, positive attracts positive. So when you're already vibing high, you're feeling happy, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling abundant in your life, you're not living in a place of lack. You're living in a place of like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I am such a lucky girl. I'm the luckiest mum. I'm the luckiest woman on the earth. I am just really loving my life exactly as it is. That though is the key to starting to bring in more. And we have to feel it in our bodies. It's not just a case of, oh, I'm happy for my TV. I'm happy for the roof of my head. I'm happy. It has to be like, I'm so grateful. Like, I'm really happy for the TV because it means that I can snuggle up with my boys and my husband, and we can watch nice family films together in front of the fire, and it makes me feel, so you're focusing on that feeling it gives you. I'm really grateful for the roof over my head because it means that I am sheltered and protected from the cold at the moment and the rain, and I get a good night's sleep and I have a roof over my head. And although maybe you want a bigger house, or you feel like your house is a tip and you want it cleaner, whatever. But although those things, you have got a roof over your head, you're not on the streets, you have somewhere warm and dry to come to and feel that fuzzy feeling within you. And that's like raising your vibe, and that's bringing you to a place of like abundance mindset, gratitude mindset, and it attracts more. And I also have coaches, so I'm a mindfulness and manifestation coach, as I said, for frazzled working mums, but I also receive coaching myself. I pay a lot of money for coaching, and my coaches have taught me this, that it attracts. So you look for what you've got in your life, you feel really grateful for what you've got in your life, and we actually cover this as part of my Unshakable Mama program. It's an 8-week program, mindfulness program, Unshakable Mama, a mindful journey to presence and freedom. Because when you're feeling really grateful in the moment, you feel like you've got enough, you feel present, and that is like the first sense of, like, the first step to freedom. When you suddenly feel like you're not kind of, you're not lacking, there's so much good in your life, and you kind of start to free yourself from that daily grind. Okay, well, I've got to get up and go to work today, but I've got a car that will take me to work. I've got enough money to pay for the fuel in my car. I've got, my kids are at school now and I don't have to pay childcare anymore. Or if the childcare, you're still paying for childcare, maybe you get funding, maybe you don't, but somebody's looking after my children safely while I can go to work, and I can have a little piece of me. I'm not just mum, I can have a hot cup of tea, I can, focus on something without being distracted. Do you see what I mean here? Catch my drift. We can start to focus on those good things, and we start to actually, the universe starts to reward us with more good, and we start seeing more good, and it's like you were training our minds to see the good in everything and everybody, even in the challenges, even in challenging situations. In my world, in my coaching world, my clients in Unshakable Mama, they tend to write. We have a monthly reflections call every month, strangely, a monthly call every month, and reflections and visioning workshop. And we start by writing down a list of all of your wins and a list of all of your struggles and challenges that previous month. And what we're finding is, as time goes on, is that there's actually a longer list of wins than there are challenges, because you find that the challenges, you actually train your mind to turn the challenges into wins. And you start to find the gratitude in those from those challenges. You start to see the lessons in those challenges, and you start to appreciate that. Like, as I said at the beginning, I've got through it. I've actually navigated this challenge with more ease and grace, and it's really beautiful. So today, I've invited you every day to journal 3 things. Either journal, type it on your phone, send yourself a text message, say it in your head, or say it out loud, whatever's working for you. Journaling is actually, physically writing is the most powerful way of doing this, because one, you've got it kind of like connects into your subconscious, your heart, mind, body, soul connection, and it starts to rewire those neural pathways to actually make you feel, so much more joyful and abundant in your life. But also it gives you a really beautiful written record of how far you've come. So if you are having a low day, you can just flick through and be like, oh yeah, that was a really good day. Or you can borrow the feelings. You can remind yourself of how far you've come. So if you're not writing it down, if you're saying it in your head, then I invite you to take it one step further and actually say it out loud, so you can hear it, so you experience that vibration through your body to help raise your vibe, and put it out there into the universe. And yeah, it's really powerful. So 3 things. Right, I'm just going to write 3 things down in my journal now. So we're the 12th of December. So we're writing things that have made you happy today, or things that you're grateful for right here, right now. Yeah. Okay, so I've just written 3 things. So today, I've been journaling this week with you. So today, these are my journals from this week. I do have another journal as well that I write in as well, and I do tend to write in my journal quite frequently. I kind of free write, or I give myself prompts or whatever. So right here, right now, today has made me happy. So much has made me happy, to be honest, but just 3 things that's popped into my head straight away is 1, beautiful sunrise this morning. It really was spectacular. I am obsessed with the sunrises and sunsets since we lived in Scotland. They really are amazing, and we live on top of a hill, and we literally have 360 degree, more or less 360 degree view across the whole of the area, and it is spectacular. And it makes me very happy, and I get very excited about that. And number 2, I had an impromptu coffee and heart-to-heart with my lovely neighbour this morning. That was really lovely, just to connect with her on such a deep level, and that she trusted me with some things that she wanted to get off her chest. And 3, my hot cup of tea. I literally just made it, and then I thought it was going to be too hot to drink it. So do you like my mug? I bought this mug, this matching mug, for my friend last Christmas, my best friend, who lives down in Dorset, and then I decided that I'd buy myself one as well. So we've got matching mugs, so she often sends me a photo like, morning, with a morning cuppa. So yeah, so let me know what you feel grateful for today, how you are finding giving thanks, how it makes you feel. Do share in this group, share in the comments below, share in a separate post, share with us to inspire each other, because it's really beautiful when we can inspire each other, and help each other know that, first of all, we're not alone. Secondly, that we all go through kind of like similar challenges and feelings, and that you're just, you're not, you are in the right place. Life is really good, even though sometimes it feels damn hard. I started this week off really well. I had a massive dip early in the week, but I picked myself up very quickly. Historically, I have a tendency of getting very low. I actually, you might not believe this now, but I have had tendencies of getting really depressed. And I've had a few episodes of like sort of a week or two, like where I've just felt really low. And there was a time when I suffered from such bad anxiety after having my second child. We were doing house renovations and falling out with neighbours, and there was a whole load of stuff going on, and I needed professional help. And after that, I decided I needed to rebuild myself once and for all. And so when I get low now, because it does happen, like there's always going to be challenges to face in life. You will never ever be able to avoid that. The unexpected things will keep coming, because the most of life is actually out of your control. But you can control how you respond to anything and how you decide you want to feel about it. So I made the decision that I wanted to soothe and regulate my nervous system. I wanted to feel calmer again. I didn't want to be like a shouty, snappy, impatient mum. I wanted to feel like I had a better connection with my husband. I just wanted to feel like I was in control of my life, that life wasn't kind of happening for me, that I was actually the one in the driver's seat. I felt like I was living life on autopilot. And I really didn't like that feeling anymore. I didn't particularly like who I'd become. I didn't like the fact that life felt so serious all the time. I felt like sometimes I'd forgotten even how to laugh, how to smile. And so I made this conscious decision that I was going to pick myself back up. And the way I did it was literally short and sweet, mindfulness, mindset practices, and a whole load of healing around lots of different things, relationships and certain situations in my life, money, mindset, a whole load of stuff. And it's been a journey, and it will continue to be a journey as I just grow and thrive. And this is exactly what I want for you as well. So giving thanks is a really, really beautiful and simple way, as are all of these practices. But this is one of my favourite go-tos. They're all my favourites, but the breath, mindful breath, how are you feeling check-ins, and gratitude, probably like my absolute top tips. If people ask me like, well, how have you become the unshakable mama? That is what I would say. Like, I check in with myself regularly, self-awareness, feel grateful for everything that I've got in my life, and I keep breathing just to keep. Oh, and moving, mindful movement, of course, mindful movement as well. Keep moving, like move dancing and stuff. That is instant raisy vibe. So many favourites. All of these I'm sharing are my favourites. They're all the ones that I've used over the years, and I keep, every so often I'll pick them back up again and drop them, pick them back. I'll try something else. We use a different tool that works, and then they're like, oh yeah, let's give that one a go again. And but yeah, my staples are movement, breath, how am I feeling check-ins, and the gratitude practice. Invite your friends to join, because I know that you've got frazzled working mum friends who want to feel like that she's in control of her life as well. Wants to achieve time freedom to, I don't know, do whatever she wants, like choose her own working hours, have more time for self-care, have time for a cup of tea, have time to do yoga, have more time with her kids, without feeling like she needs to be rushing all the time, and financial stability. Because when you set the wheels in motion, and when you're feeling, you're vibing high and you have a positive mindset, again, I just want to make it clear that you won't always be positive, and it's really important that you embrace those lows as well. But what we're doing is snapping back faster, and we're not dipping as low and as deep. So let your friends know, invite her to join, and you will be entered into a prize draw on the 6th of January, Monday the 6th of January, to win a copy of 360 Days of Me journal. And also in the future there will be self-paced access to my Unshakable Mama, a mindful journey to presence and freedom, 8-week mindfulness program. So I'm going to love you and leave you for today, and I look forward to hearing all about your practice, and I will see you tomorrow for video 5. Lots of love.